Feeling good. We had a good practice today. Practiced all the way through. Again, getting better every day. So.
Physically, recovery, all good, stuff like that.
Yeah. So again, still spending a lot of my time in the training room, just trying to get better every single day. And then I thought today was a really good practice overall. I felt better physically. I felt like I was running the ball a little bit better, and I'm just going to keep progressing.
You feeling relatively confident in when you're able to take off? I know you mentioned, or we were told deceleration was maybe an issue when you were coming back against or trying to come back against Indiana.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of worked on last week, and every day it was kind of getting a little bit better every single day. And I worked on the deceleration part, the acceleration part at the end of last week, so I would be ready for the game, and that's what kind of we did last week. And obviously today, again, it felt better again today. So. Yeah.
I know he's maybe not at 100% capacity yet, but what's it been like having Reese Vanderzee back available to you? Like, what sort of a weapon or what sort of dynamic does he bring to the lineup?
Yeah, it's awesome to have him back, especially just having a big wide receiver out there that is really good at contesting one-on-one balls. And last week we didn't get any good one-on-one opportunities. They didn't really play a lot of man. But having a guy like that is awesome, and a guy that's always going to be in the right position, making the right plays. And he also has really good hands. So, just getting the ball in his area, he's going to make catches for us.
Mark, describe when Iowa can dominate the run game, how dominant this program can be. We saw it against Wisconsin. We've seen it in previous games. How much does that help you as a quarterback when you have an offensive line and a running game that can dominate?
Yeah, that's awesome. And there's still a lot of aspects that I have to do in the run game, which is like looking at the different looks depending on which play we're going to call, because we're going up to the line a lot with two different calls, trying to put ourselves in the best position. But when you got an offensive line like we have, it makes it a lot of fun for me in the pass game because they give me so much time, but then they open up holes left and right for these running backs. And when I'm running the ball too, the holes are awesome, and they do a great job up front, and can't thank them enough.
Mark, you guys ran, I think it was 66% of your plays were in their side of the field. A lot of that to do with the defense creating turnovers. Is this kind of the complementary football that we always hear Kirk Ferentz talk about? Are we starting to see that really establish itself?
Yeah, and obviously you can't try and get turnovers like what we always talked about that. But obviously this past couple of weeks we've gotten a couple more turnovers, and that really helps and makes that complementary football that we've talked about, and makes it a lot easier for the offense when defense can go out there and make plays. I mean, when Aaron Graves puts the ball on the 1 yard line, makes us look good because we get to go score a touchdown. But if the defense is playing well like they did, it makes it a lot easier for our offense to get going.
I think I read a note that you're the first Iowa quarterback in history to score a rushing touchdown in their first 6 games of a season. I mean, what's it like just to kind of put your name in the Hawkeye record books like that?
Yeah, it's cool, and obviously I would like to be throwing those touchdowns a little bit more, but I'm always going to do whatever's best for the team in any situation. And when we get the ball low in the red zone and we can block up everybody in the QB run game, I like the ball in my hands, so we're going to go take it and score.
When you win like that against Wisconsin, describe the momentum and the confidence now. It feels like this team is kind of simmering and building a little bit.
Yeah, and we talked about this at the beginning of the year, is that we're a team that's going to continue to improve week in and week out, especially in the receiver room, the running back room, the O-line, even the defense. Everyone's been growing, and this has been a team that we have a lot of guys that came back from the previous year, but in a lot of new faces as well. So just getting the ability to improve every single week, taking the time and putting in the effort outside of practices, outside of meetings, we've really been able to see our team grow throughout that.
What are the complications that come along with playing a team now that is in a regime change, that has a new head coach? I don't know if a lot of scheme is going to change, but maybe you don't know as much now what you're going to see out of that defense.
Yeah, I don't know how much it will change. I mean, they have a lot of great offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and a lot of great coaches that have surrounded their previous coach. And so I feel like their team's going to be ready. I don't think their defense is going to change. They still have the same defensive coordinator. They run a lot of different schemes, and they like to try and throw a lot of things at you just to try and confuse me as a quarterback. So I'm not expecting them to be any different than what they have been in the past couple weeks. But I know that those other coaches are going to get those guys ready to go.
What do you feel, Mark? From an outsider's perspective, are you surprised or shocked at what has happened to them over the last 3 weeks? Or are you looking like this is wild?
I just think in the whole landscape of coaching, I think it is kind of wild to see how sometimes how quick the leash is pulled for some coaches. But that's not up to me. It's not anything I can do. I just got whatever team's in front of us and the defense that we're facing, and I just got to go play them.
When you through some sort of struggle like Penn State is going through right now, do you anticipate them playing with a lot more aggressiveness, playing with less to lose, kind of?
I don't know about that, but I just know. I mean, they've always been a great team. They've been great teams over the past years, and this is a top 5 team to start off the preseason. So they still got all those guys that they're playing with, and I know that they got great coaches as well. So that they're going to be ready to go this week. They're not going to come in here and with their heads down. They're going to be playing hard, and it's going to be a fun game on Saturday.
When you look back and just watch the film of how you played against Wisconsin, what did you kind of take away from it?
There's a couple throws that I missed throughout the game, but I feel like we did a really great job of just taking what they were giving us. They were giving us a lot in the run game, so we continued to try and pound that. And then they were playing a lot of safety or closed middle of the field, trying to protect the deep shots, trying to protect the post. So we were trying to work in screens, work in short throws, just trying to work the ball down the field and maybe taking a little bit longer drives. But I feel like we did a really good job just taking what they gave us.
That interception up the sideline, was that just a called deep shot, and you were just was it one-on-one coverage?
Yeah, so they kind of had this coverage where it was a cover 3 look where we were hoping that our outside receiver was going to run a post to try and clear out the area, and we were running a wheel with the number 2 receiver. And when we have that concept with that defense, they always end up going one-on-one against one of our receivers. So they had a 6'6", 250-pound Sam linebacker guarding Seth Anderson, who runs I don't know how fast he is, but fast. We kind of saw that matchup, and I wanted to take my shot at that, and then the corner ended up just kind of falling off the post. And there's different things that we could have done a little bit better to execute that play, but it was one of the shots that we had, and it was the perfect look for it, and the defense ended up just making a good play.
Was it like timing when you talk about things you could have done a little differently, or?
It was more just, I think the receiver could have, like Sam could have ended up cutting his route a little bit sooner, trying to pull off that corner off of him a little bit, or pull the corner with him. I could have done a better job looking down the middle of the field, keeping my eyes there to try and not have that corner fall off so soon. So there's a little bit of things that we could have done better on that play. But again, when you get a look like that, you get an opportunity. We want to be able to take our shots, and that was one of the bullets that we used.